Hi there, welcome to Ginger Pips. I'm Andrea and today I'm going to be showing you how to make almond milk. What will you need? In terms of equipment, very minimal equipment. You will need a blender or a food processor, a jar or a vessel of some sort for soaking your nuts in. Sorry, I smile every time I say that. Bottle for keeping your milk in at the end and a measuring cup of some sort. In terms of actual ingredients, it's just simply almonds and water, as well as any sweeteners that you may like. I personally prefer my almond milk naked, but some prefer, sweeten it with either dates or concentrated apple juice or honey. Okay, so I'm going to show you a basic recipe of how to make almond milk. Once you've made it a few times, you'll get to know what tastes you like, what consistency you like, so therefore it can be altered accordingly. Generally, if you want thicker milk, you would leave your nuts soaking for longer. If you want it thinner, you would add more water. If you want it sweetener, you would add a sweetener, obviously. This is completely yours. Feel free to, just experiment. The first step is soaking your nuts. Most nuts contain something called phytic acid, and this is a chemical compound in the nuts that stop your body being able to absorb the nutrients actually in the nuts. So first of all, we need to get rid of that. Now for almonds, they need to be soaked for a minimum of 8 hours. They can be soaked for longer than this. In fact, soaking them for longer gives the milk a creamier consistency. I generally recommend no more than 2 days, but anything between this 8-hour window and 2 days is absolutely fine. So let's crack on. I'm going to put just over half a cup of almonds in my jar. So this is not a precise science. You don't feel that you will ever go wrong with this, because even I can make this. Just over half a measuring cup full of that. And what you'll do now is fill the jar about half full and just leave it to sit somewhere, generally with like a loose top over it, maybe a tea towel or something. Just leave it to sit there for about 8 hours. Here's one I did earlier. Water will actually turn quite brown and murky, and you'll find that the almonds will actually plump up quite a lot. The process of soaking actually dissolves all of the phytic acid, and that's actually what's in the water. So we definitely don't want this as part of our milk. So the next step is to rinse our nuts and drain them. Some people like using a sieve for this. I tend to find that I like using my hand just over the neck of the jar, tip it out and rinse it several times with cold water. We definitely don't want to retain this liquid in any way, purely because it contains the phytic acid that we are trying to get rid of. Okie doke, so I'm just going to go and drain my nuts and I'll be back with you in a second. Back again. I've drained my nuts, they're nice and drained and they're nice and rinsed. Now the next step is blender time. The more powerful the blender that you've got, the less time it will take. But generally, as a guideline, it will take between 2 and 4 minutes. I've got a Vitamix, which is a very high powered blender, so generally it'll take about 2 minutes. If I was doing this in a food processor, say, it would generally take about 4 minutes. Okie doke, so for this recipe of 3/4 of a cup of almonds, I generally, because I like my almond milk a little bit thinner in consistency, I put 3 cups of water into my blender jug, which I've already actually added. To this I will add my freshly soaked almonds. Now, if I was adding any sweeteners to my milk, say like dates or anything, I would actually put them in at this time as well. So pop your lid on, make sure it's on really tight. After you think that your milk has been blended for long enough, you'll know when it's ready because the liquid will become white and opaque and there'll be no large, no lumps or bumps in the milk at all. So the next step is to actually strain your milk. Now with this step you can get a Pacific nut milk bag like I've got here. They're only a couple of pounds off eBay or Amazon, or you could just use a piece of cheesecloth, clean tea towel, old hanky. You don't have to have any expensive equipment or anything. I just find the nut milk bags quite nice because they've got the drawstring top on there. So pop your bag into a jug of some sort or a bowl, and then pour your almond milk into it. Should all go in. Now you've just got to get the milk through the bag. Now what I find easier to here is if you take the milk bag and you just twist it, and then with clean hands just pop down, gently squeeze the bag. Feels like I'm milking a cow, and all the lovely milk will come on through, and what you will have remaining is lovely almond milk. Now what is left in your bag is almond meal like this. Don't throw this away, or you don't have to throw it away. What I do is keep it in the fridge. It can last a few days, and actually add it to either porridge, for a nutritional extra, or actually add it to smoothies as a thickener. This is a really good protein addition though for your smoothies, so this is what we mainly use ours for. And now's the moment of truth where you decant your almond milk into the glass bottle that you've got. Now this is where it could go all terribly wrong, so bear with me. And there we have it, nearly 1 litre of wonderfully freshly made almond milk. So now we've got our almond milk. This can live quite happily in the fridge for up to 5 days. You may find when you go back to it, there's a little bit of sediment in the bottom. Don't worry about this, it's completely normal, and all you'd have to do is shake it up. The reason that this happens is because it's got no chemical emulsifiers or stabilizers in it, which basically help maintain the consistency of the milk. So now it's all made. Enjoy, basically. That's the end of our video for today. Thank you for watching. If you would like to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to this channel. If you've liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up because that would be fantastic. And if you would like to be notified of any future videos that we do, please press the big red bell button as well. Excellent. But that's all there is for today. I'll see you soon. Bye.